And
Absolutely.
I want to do some Dragon's Dogma. I'm gonna go hard on that. Yeah, I'll hit start for Zarupo there. There we go. But yeah, it's one of those things where
just noticed it wasn't getting captured.
When I get
you got Fun House. What's up, Fun?
I'm not gonna be stopping. I'm gonna go crazy on it probably.
There we go.
Are you gonna be getting into that, or is there any other games on your docket that you're looking toward?
This is gonna be a punch on the like a little punch card. This is gonna be a punch or like a corner being docked on my gamer card. I actually never did play Dragon's Dogma 1.
I mean, I've never completed it, which is why I'm starting off with Dragon's Dogma 1.
Respected.
Like leading up to it. Yeah.
Because yeah, that's one of those that I never played it, but I've seen gameplay of it. I mean, I love Dark Souls 1. It seems like the kind of game that would be up my cup of tea, up my alley.
It's really interesting because they just have like some mechanics in it where it's just like there's not really much reason for this to exist other than because it's fun.
Yeah.
And I really like that about it. Like picking up and throwing shit, it's just like, why does this exist? Why can I pick up and throw my ally off into the water? and like, there's all sorts, and like the pawn system where you like get to have like a person that comes around with you, and they're like a weird no free will slave, and there's only like there's two archetypes that get made, like either the really goofy one or the one that you want to sleep with, and like either way it's gonna be weird.
what a nice way to put it. Doggy. I wonder if she like earlier or yesterday rather she kind of sniffing around like behind the area, and I had to like tilt the webcam for Bonnie to be visible. But she had her debut yesterday. Oh god, I'm on fire. Yeah, it was so fun.
I want to say
good
like
girl. That's our new doggy.
We all die.
You got little bones. No bones about it. I'll escape button. Yeah.
You're
bringing her down here, sweetie.
Oh, okay. So Steve already exists. That's gonna be scary.
Oh, on the neighbor dog, like
I'm gonna head down. I've got.
Let's see. Is that the which? I'm trying to think which neighbor that is.
Really ask for much
with like the wooden fence. Yeah, the wooden fence. Like
there we go.
whose grass we sometimes drive in when we're backing out of. Oh, not that. Oh, opposite. Yeah, I had no idea. It might be.
You needed gold.
She was a little barky girl.
Okay, there, Vote. I'll grab it.
Yeah. That's interesting. Cause yeah, I know that.
Oh my god, he lived.
That your old artist neighbor, the professor neighbor. That house, I think has a dog. But yeah, I didn't realize that other people. So we're a dog sandwich.
All right.
Dog sandwich neighborhood. I got Shane.
The never skip leg day actually screwed me over.
Being a little buddy.
It was kind of a big deal.
Oh
my god.
I would say move it.
No.
I think it's fine.
Oh my god.
Love you, sweetie.
That is so cheesy.
But this is a new doggy. It is a new doggy.
Sucks.
Her name is Bonnie. She's a little sweetie girl.
Me up really bad there.
She is a corgi border collie mix.
What skill would that be?
And she is
Steve for like
so a corgi border collie. We call her a borgie as a shorthand. She's a very good girl.
Very much more skillful. I'll be honest there, Rito.
She's a very good girl. We love her so much. She's been here for 48 hours basically. We got her on Friday and she's been doing great. We're very happy.
Okay, let's grab the. Oh, somebody else grabbed the.
And
towel.
she had a little kind of stream debut of sorts yesterday. She came downstairs while I was playing some games, and she's been a good sweetie.
Nice teleport. How to deposit spell. You deposit spells on the right here just by placing them, and you can grab them out on the left. That's how that works. It's pretty simple, pretty effective.
Yeah, the Borgie. Yeah. And yes, there are many Star Trek references you can make. They're all allowed. They're all permissible.
Damage wand. I'll use this for the teleport. Imagine being so unskillful in money collection, inventory management.
Will be assimilated. You will be like. There's got to be like some kind of Some kind of portmanteau, some kind of like wordplay about getting cuddles or getting lovies.
Skill confirmed.
Resistance is futile. You will get loved upon by this doggy. Yeah, she's a very, very sweet girl. We're really happy to have her.
Check. Super Hobbit, did you mute or have you just been quiet?
I was kind of juggling a couple things. Gracie came down and we got a new doggy exactly awesome. 48 hours ago. And doggy came down and I was like, oh, she's so excited. She's like somewhere between 2 to 5 years old, and she is a border collie corgi mix.
Oh my goodness.
And she is a sweetheart. She's an absolute sweetheart. We border collie corgi. I was just telling one of my buds that we call her. We say the phrase is a borgie. And yeah, we're big fans. This is actually Gracie's first time having a dog. I had my old dog here until November. He was 15, so he had to be put down. But he was like really more my dog. Like, you know, he was old. Obviously, this is her first time like going through the whole process from the get-go.
Well, that's exciting. I'm
it is, yeah.
About your loss, but
oh yeah.
I'm glad that you've got you know, they lived a full life, and you've got
absolutely
a new friend to have there. That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's never easy having to go, you know, having a pet put down. And a lot of us are pet people. Like, we've all been there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not our first rodeo. My mom said it best, like, there's never enough time, you know? Dog can live till 20, 25, 30 years. Nope, still not enough.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes.
Those things. Yeah, I've it's crazy. I was thinking about, like, getting a parrot or something, because they live as long as you do, right?
Yes, you have to leave them in your will. Or not leave them in your will, but have somebody ready to roll in your will.
Yeah.
It's kind of loud, isn't it?
A whole thing.
Yeah, it's still kind of loud.
In the fridge for anybody who needs it. Wito says, I figured out how to pass YouTube stream element stuff to Twitch to have all in one overlay. That's awesome, Wito. Nice.
Birds are... Yeah. I don't know if I would have the patience,
my one buddy, he's been
nor the pet watching acumen
kick
to handle it myself.
I don't know, like the morality of it, like I don't care about that, because like Amazon is probably about as evil as like a giant gambling company.
He's not wrong.
I don't think that that's my real moral quandary at the end of the day, but I really dislike the people at the top of like Kick, where it's just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna be racist and you know, just like excluding certain groups and like that. That's stupid. Like you gotta respect one another, and you gotta get along somehow, right? So that's the big thing for me. So I'm worried about what kind of people. Oh, I died. I'm blaming Wydrick. I would have lived there for sure. But yeah, that's a whole mess, dude. We're struggling. I've never had. If I had full HP, I'd be fine. But freaking Wydrick's feeding all our HP away.
Slurping it away. You know what? It keeps things interesting. Oh God, what? Yeah, You know what? I hadn't really been paying attention too hard, but I just got shot by a shotgun, and now I'm at 27 health.
Yeah.
Normally it's like, oh, that's not bad.
Oh, Wote's dropping heal bolts and stuff. Okay, he's gaming.
Smart fella.
He's gaming hard. Oh, also, I don't know if everybody knows yet, but Wito is he's re-debuting tomorrow, right? Wito?
Oh, snap!
Yeah, so he has been streaming Noita as long as I have, maybe even longer, probably longer. Although he stopped playing Noita, he's playing whatever else now. Wrong. I'm wrong. Never mind. I thought you said March 11th on the Twitter. Okay, give us the real deets.
Nods in the menu.
No
nodders.
Debut related.
All nodders to that.
No, not related to Noita. It's not returned to debut. I don't know how VTuber
these things.
Works. You explain it.
Some orbs. Orbs are unexpected.
Drum up some excitement for you, Wito. You return as you are streaming again. Okay, so you're coming back.
Yeah, I'll nod to that.
Which is, it's still exciting to me.
That is exciting.
Joe's always been a very funny man. Enjoys content.
Kick.
Not debuting yet. Soon TM.
Oh, we're sharing. We must be sharing. Yeah, I was like, I didn't pick up Never Skip Leg Day. I'm gonna be right back. I need to open the basement door.
Anime girl stepped in profit.
Got a cat on my lap and she decided to dig her little clawsies in. I'll be right back.
I think there's more to it than that. Have you ever considered VTubing at all there, Super Hobbit?
Right.
He probably...
I appreciate that thought. No, sorry, I know I was getting a little bit slow to respond to things. I was kind of bouncing around between Doggy coming down and Shannon jumping in my lap and catching up with Gracie what she was saying and trying to juggle the voice chat. But I do appreciate you stopping in for a little bit, Fod. I know it is getting into dinner times, which is actually the whole reason I'm streaming right now, because we actually just had our dinners, and Gracie made some great banana bread, and I'm still excited. I had some banana bread fresh out of the oven, and I'm still excited about it because future Alex gets to have some more of it, and I'm like envious of future Alex that he gets more banana bread. Oh, there we go. In fact, I think there's chat messages, player list. Here we go. We're getting done. I should probably follow them. Do you have to be on my? Do you have to be in my lap in the way that you insist right now? Like I feel like I'm kind of out of practice. I haven't played this game in a while. And is being very insistent upon only being in my lap and can exist nowhere else. So what I'd like to do, I'd like to get this guy, but there's really no way to get a bomb up there. I also need to start heading back down towards the bottom fairly soon here. Time is ticking away. It didn't kill. Oh wait, no. It would end the run. It would end the run if people got too low on health. Oh wait. Oh, did I get kicked from Discord? It was like awfully quiet. Oh gosh darn it. Nope. No, we're good. We're good. I think Alias might have muted. Okay. No, I think I'm okay. I'll say something in a second. Only when I have something to contribute to the group, that is, in the voice chat. It's just eerie to me how quiet things got suddenly. But yeah, Vod, you probably heard us talking about somebody re-debuting. Oh Jesus, oh god, 9 health. Oh boy, 9 health.
Yeah, just
it's getting scary. No pressure.
Yeah.
Like I'm going in a kind of a weird path because I saw a wand from far away and I only have bombs. And I'm like, all right, how do I can't dig upwards with bombs safely. Not when you have this low HP, so I'm trying to like get to this thing without embarrassing myself too grotesquely.
You don't want to just kick it up and hope it works out?
Just hope for the best.
Yeah.
I mean, when you got a couple, triple digit health, then, then I'll cook.
Yeah.
Then I'll cook, attempt to cook.
Send it. Oh, man.
And then we got this thing.
What have you been up to as of late? Obviously, the dog is the big one.
Yeah. We've kind of been in, like, looking around at pets. Mm-hmm. We've kind of been, like, in that step for a while, where we'd be looking online. Well, ideally, honestly, probably the biggest thing was a dog that would do it at minimum okay with our 2 cats. Right. So you have 2 kitty cats, and they came here first, so we want to make sure that we don't compromise it. Yeah. And some dogs do great with them. Some dogs are at least ambivalent. We wanted a dog that would ambivalence is acceptable. Yeah. And Bonnie is great. She's doing a great job, and we've been very proud of her. She is very respectful of the doggies and gives them space. I'm sorry, the cats. The only issue really is that one of the cats is like very afraid of her, and he's bigger than she is, so he doesn't need to be afraid, but them's the breaks. So it's a little bit. It's just something we just kind of have to negotiate,
Yeah, just give it time.
Yeah, and I'm not too worried though, because she's not going to chase him around. She's not going to give him reason to be afraid of her. So yeah, it'll be fine.
I think we need to get Wydrick some ambrosia. He's struggling against the Stevens. Does anybody have any ambrosia or something to help out Wydrick? Oh man, yeah, I don't know if you've dealt with the Stevens yet, but they're troublesome.
Trouble with Stevens. The trouble with tribbles. But anyway.
I'm trying to get this Steven to come over here. Here we go.
And did I hear right that did I hear right that Wito is, you said re-debuting, that's, which is to say like a new VTube model, that kind of thing?
I think he's just starting to stream again.
Oh, okay.
Like a really sweet VTuber model. It's just that I didn't know the terminology because I'm
right. Yeah.
With the like I have VTuber people that I hang out with from time to time, but I still don't fully understand all the craziness going on with it, because there's some like cool shit where it's like I don't know how that works, but it's working, so good for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, one of my buds, he's in the chat right now. He was talking. We were talking about the VTube stuff. Yeah, he was asking like, yeah, if for those of us who stay as the glowing term that is used is flesh tubers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for those who flesh tube. Are there others who would consider making the jump? Like for me personally, I think I think VTubing is awesome. I don't know if it's something I myself would want to jump into, but I do think it's super interesting, fascinating. I love the idea of having a visual thing on screen. If someone's, for whatever reason, is not super down with having their face necessarily on screen, but having something.
For sure. Yeah, personally, I've been trying to think of some clever. Ooh, rip.
Yep.
I've been trying to think of some clever like alternatives to VTubing, because like obviously it's really intense to try and get something like that going, but like I think there's like filters that could be a good option. There's lots of really cool ways of doing it. I think Cardboard Cowboy is a real innovator when it comes to that sort of thing. How you doing there, casual watcher?
Yeah, something I'm not sure I'd want to go for myself.
Which name?
Partly because I don't know what I would want. Like, I'm not sure what VTube
This is from Yoda Man.
Solution I would go for. What kind of model?
Dark for the N64 hard possession. Thank you for the raid.
What kind of what kind of model? What kind of character?
Co-op mode called Counter Co-op, where the second player took the role of...
I don't really have like a kind of an idea, as far as what I'd want to go for.
Player one from winning the level.
So I don't really have a vision.
If they died, got to respawn. I think that would be a cool...
And I think that'd be a bit like if I had like a vision of like, oh man, crazy, I would love to do blank, like a really sick approach for it.
Being like a dungeon master. I think that's an idea that's been like explored a little bit before, but it's hard to do. HP,
I think that's all set.
Cool. I gotta shut up more often.
Yeah, flesh tube. I know, it's like a I think it's a meme phrase. Because you're right, it hits the ear weird. It's almost like people say it knowing that it sounds weird and sounds goofy. Kind of like as like an ironic approach.
Hang in there, buddy. We're struggling.
If it makes you feel any better, I got double teamed by two not Uko, what the fire Uko fellas. Stendari, yeah. I got two of them were sent by the exit and they were really happy to see me.
Yeah, they're pretty rude sometimes.
Was that a Stendari in your pocket or are you happy to see me? Yeah, normally it's like, oh, I can deal with this. And I started to do like the bottle of water approach. And then I had 9 HP. And then suddenly I had less than that.
Yeah, it goes away very fast. They can do crazy damage.
The darndest thing. The darndest thing when you have a healthy, thriving body. And then it is removed. What's up, did you poop?
Oh, man.
Flesh tuber, is that like a meat sauce? Yes.
we're on very low health. If I could make a recommendation to everybody, pick up your plus 10 max healths, like your full heals, as you get them, because if anyone gets like below 30, I'm pretty sure it's just an auto lose. So
Yeah.
I'm like running back up to going. Grab one,
I'm actually pleasantly surprised we have not already auto lost.
It's been real close. There's a couple people that are fighting real hard to keep us alive. I can tell. They're just gathering hearts like crazy. I'm trying to get to that point myself, but it's I'm not as strong as I wish I were. I could be much stronger with the right tools. Trying to find like some goodies to kill like alchemist and stuff, because that makes a world of difference.
I appreciate we do have a bit of a variety of skill sets. Like I've only played this game for like 100 hours total, and
yeah.
So I appreciate we got some pros, we got some ballers, we got some folks that are still kind of getting their way through it. Oh right, Steve's alive. Hi Steve.
I mean, you've been living better than me so far.
I did have that one death. It was a learning experience. I learned.
2 or 3. I'm trying not to count. When I get on the super low health, like I normally play around having really low health, or having like a lot of health rather. That way I can just kind of be a goober and get away with it. Who's that person with the lovely voice? That's Super Hobbit.
Oh, it's awfully nice. Give her the kind words.
Yeah, I get it. Should probably like blink.
Don't just close your eyes for the. Could you do me a favor and just like hide your screen for like? Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was like, somebody just said something really nice about me. I need to keep this positive view up as long as I can. Because I'm about to get Steved, and I got Steve.
Steve he's a bastard. He does a lot of damage.
And it's one of those cases where I haven't done. I'm just kind of out of practice. I haven't played this game in a while. I hadn't done statue kick in a minute, and I got the statue kick. It hit him, but it didn't quite kill him. And I was kind of floundering with the statue. I tried to go to the other one. It was a little messy.
My statue got stuck in the ground.
Oh God!
On the statue, and then I died. So yeah, I don't blame you for messing it up, especially with Never Skip Leg Day, because Never Skip Leg Day is like it's good, but it's also bad.
Oh, maybe that's why. Oh, I didn't even realize we had Never Skip Leg Day. It goes to show how attentive I've been.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like a team perk, which is why you have
it,
right? But yeah, it's one of those things where
swap between different. That's what Alina does, and it works super well for her. Shapeshifter, beautiful. We got Vlad now. So what's up, Vlad? Over on YouTube.
Like just having that knowledge of every little thing, and then
appreciate you hanging out, bud.
And then you can't have any more excuses.
Sparkly bounce.
You got Matter Eater, will drop, nice. There.
That might be kind of fun with this thing that we have.
Oh, now you've been called adorable. Look at that. I would say that's a correct assessment. Let's jump up here.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Who's adorable?
You are.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
You're too kind.
We're kind of
right now. My ineptitude is adorable. I'm looking forward to when it becomes embarrassing in a short amount of time, I imagine.
Yeah, just give it time.
It's only a matter of time.
Oh, Wydrick, 30 health is a very scary place for us to be. That is a struggle. Oh my God, we need to have like an intervention, I think. This isn't looking good. I'll be real. I'm gonna go kill the.
Oh, I want this to work. I'm trying to think about. That could supply to this one. Yeah, I think that should do it. And I'm not doing any kind of wrapping.
We can go kill the pyramid boss. We can get.
Oh Jesus!
Like a pretty reasonable.
Is that gonna hurt me? It does hurt me. Oh man, that's an embarrassing way to go out. I got the bouncing spark spell effect, and I'd never had a chance to play with it. Now I put that on bouncing burst because I was like, oh, I wonder if this works the way I want it to. It kind of worked, but then it also has friendly fire on it.
It does a lot of damage too.
Yeah, I hacked around and I found out.
Woe didn't know he was disconnected mid-run. Oh my god, bro, that sucks. That's funny, but that also sucks. For sure. I didn't realize you were disconnected either. Okay, new seed. New chance. We're gonna keep the rules the same because I'm just gonna assume that Wydrick had a run of bad luck. It's no biggie.
You know what? Good warm up.
Yeah, good warm up.
Good warm up. Good de-rust.
It's all in the practice or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, some kind of droid, some kind of clone or a droid kind of approach.
Darupo no hit.
Each iteration.
Okay. Way to brag.
Interesting.
It's insane.
Yeah, so it's like upgraded models.
I'm gonna do us all a favor.
So you can kind of like revisions, if you will.
I feel like you should be able to approach Steve at your own pace, and I think that'll help us a lot. No.
I just say new game. I think that should be good, right?
I think that's a reasonable change.
Appreciate people being a little patient with me as I'm kind of bouncing around to a couple different things.
Where it's like
this whole stream was kind of slapped together more or less at the last minute. We knew, Alias and I knew we'd be playing something.
Getting killed by him over and over.
We just weren't sure when or exactly what. And the timing was a little bit silly because, you know, we Gracie had to leave and got the new doggy, so she had to come down.
If anyone else needs a ready up, just let me know. We'll get cruising. Have you tried any of the emotes out yet?
Here we go. Oh yeah, that's correct.
Check this out.
That's so dramatic.
I know.
What's the shortcut for it?
It's Q by default.
Oh, sweet. Aggressive point. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was my personal suggestion. Oh yeah, there's.
Oh, it's the Mario and Luigi. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, there's both of them. Hang on, I got.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, it's great.
Oh my god, that's delightful.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The T pose is is one of Shiba's favorites.
Yeah, in every Noita Together run that Dunk always hosts, there's inevitably somebody floating and T-posing, looking like Jesus up there.
Yeah. Do you think we can line up at the wave?
Oh, that would be some very impressive timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it takes some.
Oh, I got
some coordination.
Do you want me to just stand still and you
to say yeah, if there's a way to make it happen. Oh, wow.
It was close.
I'm also trying to like get the I'm also trying to get the pixels.
Like, running around playing the video game and we're just trying to do the wave.
What, you mean this was not how what was intended? They knew what they were doing when they added the emotes.
This is clearly what they wanted. Suicider says, how's Noita Together going? It's going about as well as Dunk's event in terms of survival. We struggled on the first run. This is a fresh one.
That might be as close as we're gonna get it.
Yeah, it was a good attempt. But yeah, it's dude, I feel so. Dunk better not be beating himself up. Fucking 14 hours deep, you are allowed to make any mistake you want. Gameplay related to at least.
or just life.
Now. What are you doing? you gotta slow her down, bud.
Last poor Yorick. Or Yordrick. Edric.
Some ambrosia on the ground here. That's lovely. Did you know that you can now pheromone hammies and pet them for their gold?
That's so cool.
Yeah, you don't have to kill them anymore.
Is that a beta branch thing?
I think so. But
I feel awfully silly if that had been in the game for a while and I just never heard about it.
It's newer.
Mm-hmm. Odd says it is food time. Hell yeah, bud. No, I know it is getting well into dinner time.
And locked the bet as a lost run. I think he is on restart. Is he going fresh then?
Attempt number 3.
Oh my god. He's nuts. I hope. I don't know how he does it. That can't be good for you.
Like just in general, yeah.
Yeah. Woat needs 3 gold. Do you know how to donate gold, Super Hobbit?
You can do it anywhere, right?
Yeah.
50. And deposit.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I completely forget that even gold is a bankable thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where like people should probably just like dump it all in there all the time. But it's just so easy to forget.
Yeah. I try to be as good as I reasonably can when it comes to like, oh, here's a spell that I can't do anything with, but someone else could do something cool. Like, I'll bank that one. But yeah, gold is something that I just never really consider.
It's funny that you mentioned the spell that you can't do anything with, but other people could. Because I feel like the most sought after spell that's never in there is like multicasts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They never think it's like, oh yeah, this is just a normal spell. You don't need that. But like it's just so mandatory for like everything you do in this video game. It is the butter. For sure.
The butter that lubes the rails.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of dudes. Woat got acid trail. He's ready.
Oh baby.
It's time for the feeding to begin. Ooh,
speaking of acid, oh boy. Speaking of acid, one acid boy almost melted my entire tablet, and I would have been real sad about it.
They can't melt tablet.
Oh really? Oh, good to know. Okay. Oh, it was just obscured because of coal. I just saw like a little corner of my tablet. I just thought it was.
Oh yeah.
It was sad.
That would have been very sad for sure. Yeah, I was doing some genetic mutation runs. I don't know if you've heard about those, but they might be up your alley because there's been like a couple different mods that I think you'd really like. There's enemy corruption.
Oh my god.
It's like your corruption job has been done for you. It's great.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
And there's genetic mutation, which just recently came out. And basically, whenever an enemy hits you, it reinforces the mutations on that enemy. And it can be literally any parameter about the enemy. So like,
man,
they could just like their sprite could become invisible. They could do negative damage. They could become completely passive. They can like just pretty much anything you can imagine. It's really weird and quite worth checking out. But like it also takes like a fair amount of time to like start seeing the super crazy stuff.
Sure.
And the really funny thing is if you get like deep enough on it, you can start to like breed what you want the enemies to be like, which is just insane to me.
You could like intentionally, I don't know if corrupt is the right word, but kind of guide the genealogy.
Yeah, exactly. By taking hints from the right stuff, and it's such a cool idea. It's a very slow process though.
Sure.
But, conceptually, it's really cool.
That's some big brain shit right there. Oh my god.
Yeah. Also, another one that I've been meaning to check out that Evasia made is what's it called? Wow, I got a black hole. That's really nice. I'm a fish!
Spam the Joels!
Speed. Oh, Woat died to his acid trail. It was only a matter of time.
Oh, was it his own acid trail? I mean, I guess if someone announces they have acid trail and then dies 5 minutes later.
Yeah, it's my
Ash. Is that what I get for talking shit? is this my? Is this what I get?
You died to acid flask from Alchemesty? Oh my
god.
You even died.
So it was not your own.
Yeah. I guess that's what makes it ironic. Not the irony. feel like ironic has to be one of the most misused words.
Oh gosh. There was like a whole thing probably 10 or so years ago where that, yeah, it was like it was kind of a trendy thing to mention. So yeah, it was
yeah.
People who are very persnickety about grammar were not having a good time during that era of the English language.
I'm definitely a bit of a grammar corrector at times.
Oh yeah.
It depends, but it's just one of those things where it's like, if your only language is English, it would be cool if you tried a little bit.
Just a little bit. My mom was an English major in college, so yeah, I had a whole childhood of you know, she was not like super weird about it, but she, you know, we'll call them modest corrections, polite corrections.
Yeah.
Some more polite than others.
Well, you know, it depends on how much you deserved it, I guess. Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, we were talking about like the Joel emote and talking about spin. You know, I like to watch Vine Sauce and a bunch of those guys, and every once in a while I'll drop a hoomst into a casual conversation, and 9 times out of 10 someone will be like, oh haha, funny, but every once in a while someone will be like, Alex, what did you just say? With kind of like disappointed teacher energy.
Yeah.
Alex, never say it to me again. You know, like, you know, they took it personally.
Yeah.
And that's just hoomst. I didn't even drop a hoomst.
Yeah. I love how it like just continues to grow.
Yeah. Kind of gets more deplorable.
Do you know about alchemy in this game yet? Like the potion alchemy?
I know of it. I haven't. I've never intentionally done anything with it, but I've observed it.
You can mix in your flask now. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such an amazing change. I'm about to
so much nicer.
Throw some slime into my unstable teleport and turn it into just stable teleport.
Yeah.
Super nice. Just shake it up a little bit. There we go.
Like a nice soda pop. Shake it up so it's nice and fresh.
Yup.
Community does sound kind of nice.
Looking forward to that game later today.
Yeah.
On Dungeon Survivor. It looks pretty darn neat. It was one of those things where it was like such a tight timing on getting it all ready too, because like I was out of town and they like live across the world, and it's like, oh yeah, we have to have this like completed by Sunday, and it's just like, oh my god.
Ooh, baby.
I like came back at like 6 yesterday and like quickly checked it before I did like a little mini stream with my one friend. And the thing that they had linked to me was closed. And so I'm like, oh hey, I see that the application thing is closed. I really appreciate you trying to like get this going.
Yeah.
I'm still interested, but like if it doesn't work out, that's fine. But yeah, just let me know if we can do anything. And he ended up like manually pushing it through and stuff.
Nice.
Holy cow, it's so good.
Enough.
That's Game Loop that I'm.
It's okay.
That he's working for
Working
Game
a pinch.
Loop, which is the one that, what's the word? Contacted me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with their customer service so far, which is nice. Yeah, I wish there were more things on Dare Drop that I was interested in. Like it's
yeah,
frustrating. Like I love the concept so much.
100%, yeah.
A lot of the time it feels like it's just like a game that is gonna take up too much of my time. Or
sure.
It's like I know they're doing like the new creator things, which seems really
yes,
cool, but it seems a little. Like I have trouble like approaching it. Almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
It seems like it's just a random chance at getting something.
Right. Yeah, for the giveaway. Like, exactly. The gift cards. Yeah. Yeah. To me, it's the kind of thing that is clearly still being baked. Seems like they're still cooking. That's kind of my, because like I've had the exact same thoughts and the exact same hesitancy with going for the community drops. There's a couple of games that like they're interesting to me, but I'll probably check them out for like a stream or two, just to, like a couple things, just kind of mix things up. But yeah, as far as things like really sink your teeth into, haven't been The only one that really grabbed me was Banishers, and I've really been enjoying that game, but it's super story heavy, so the only downside of streaming that is if anybody wants to play it, well, they don't want spoilers. Who can blame them?
Yeah, story games are real tough for streaming.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I didn't do Baldur's Gate 3, even though I adore Divinity Original Sin 2. And it's just a beast of a company. Make some really cool stuff. But yeah, story games are hard.
They are, especially when it comes to streaming, because like I said, it's, you know, someone might pop in and be like, yo, this game looks dope, but hey man, I want to play this and I don't want the spoils, so
yeah, I'm gonna leave now.
like, yeah, I'm out of here. Later, nerd. And who can blame him? I've had the exact same reaction.
I specifically turned away like 20 plus people when I was playing through the Outer Wilds DLC.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, listen, if this at all interests you, just fucking leave and go play yourself first, and then maybe come back and watch the VOD.
And I can say this in as with as an inoffensive way as possible. Get the fuck out.
You just need to go experience it yourself.
It's good to see you, by the way, Whale.
Oh, Woat has angered the gods.
Ooh, baby.
That's a very Woat thing to do.
I'm sure it wasn't intentional. Probably.
I'm pretty sure it was intentional. It was... In fact, it might have even been personal.
Ooh, we were just saying, yeah. Nothing personnel, kid.
Yeah. Woat picked Worm Attractor in the first Holy Mountain. That'll do it.
I just found a wand that's a 5 cast, and it had on it exactly 5 giga-disc projectiles. Ask me anything.
Cast it once.
Super Hobbit has died. I'm waiting. I'm thinking to myself, when's an opportunity when I can use this as like a panic button? Like if I'm going out, I want to go out with style.
Yeah, of course. Wydrick asks, how do you share perks? Certain perks are shared, certain perks are not shared. It just depends. Basically, if the perk is like really weak,
see if there's anything in here. I think it's just all just coal.
And if it's,
I don't think there's a formation there.
A strong person.
Have the tab open, yeah. Which is totally cool, FOD, yeah. That's more than I would ever ask anybody to do, especially when playing a game that
I live by with that.
You know, that has a lot of hype behind it, or people are generally interested in, and they don't want the spoils. Yeah, it's like that's above and beyond what I would ever expect of anybody. It's because yeah, it's like, you know, to have the stream open, have the, you know, offer the lurks, go for the lurk views.
In the wrong direction.
That's super cool.
I was talking about how nice it was, and then it took me the exact wrong way.
And I try to do that as much as I can, especially if I know I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be away from my computer for a bit. I'll put up a stream in the background and like lower the volume to like maybe 10%, so it's still being counted as a viewer. Now, I try to do that when possible.
Is on.
I like how you phrase that, boomer man.
Do you need a hand? Are you gonna be able to get out of this bind yourself, or do you need like some stuff?
I mean, he makes the booms.
I'll send you some stuff.
Boomer man makes the booms by his very definition.
Oh wow, what's all the way back up here?
So there are worse ways. There are worse ways to call this little fella. I got an extremely comfy kitty cat on my lap, by the way. Extremely comfy, maybe dangerously comfy. Yes. One of our cats has taken a liking to me, which is nice. I mean, both cats like me, but they're both Grace's cats. They're both primarily hers. But one of them has like been a little bit more down to like hang out while I'm doing work stuff, while I'm streaming, that kind of thing, and she likes to jump into my lap. It's very nice. And but now she's like getting used to it. So if I'm doing something, I'm like, no, Shannon, not now. She's like, no, Alex, you don't understand. This is not a question.
Yeah, we're doing this.
This is not a negotiation, bud.
I'm a cat. You don't.
Am I a joke to you? One of my friends has a tortoiseshell, because she's a tortoiseshell. One of my buddies from high school also has a tortoiseshell, and he has been starting to build up a pretty respectable record collection, like vinyl records.
Oh, cool.
And and first he was like, all right, what's a way I can like kind of share this passion with my friends, with other folks? He was like, all right, I'll make an Instagram account. And then he was like, well, but if I'm doing that, I should probably make an Instagram account for the cat as well. You know, I should do a little bit of both. He was like, wait a second. He was like, wait a second. He had a genius. He had a stroke of genius. So he has an Instagram account that is put pictures of his cat next to a vinyl record, and the cat is dressed up in some way to be like on brand, on point with the record in question.
And he's just a millionaire now.
And so I went to his mansion the other day. And he let me borrow the Lambo, which is pretty sweet. And I did not know how to drive stick, and I got very scared. No, I was telling him how my favorite that I've seen him post was it's gonna be a bit of a deep cut. There was a hip hop group from like the late '90s or early '90s, I think, called Crisscross.
Right.
Remember? I don't know if it's like. Do you know where I'm going with this?
It's a very deep cut. I'm not.
It's a deep cut, yeah.
Sad.
The band, the group was called Crisscross. They had one hit. I think it was called Jump, or maybe Jump Around. But
it does sound familiar somehow.
Yeah. But their most noteworthy thing.
Jump around, jump up, and get down. That's a different one.
That's a different one.
Okay,
but their most noteworthy thing was not just their one-hit wonder, but was their fashion, their contribution to fashion.
Right.
Which is to say, they wore their jeans backwards. Oh. Well, you see, this was the late 80s, early 90s. This is when people were trying to distinguish themselves in any creative way that they could, even if it meant sacrificing comfort.
That sounds awful.
Form over function. So anyway, I say all that because in this photo, he's got the EP, he's got the vinyl record on display, and he's got teensy little kitty cat-sized pants on his cat.
Oh my god.
They were indeed on backwards, and I was so happy.
That's magical.
He said it was his proudest thing he's ever done with his life, and honestly valid.
That's really
that's some king shit right there.
That's great. Oh man.
Yeah.
Hang on. We got Fury in a big raid. Just give me one moment here, Alex.
Oh yeah, of course. He's at least fun. Yeah, he is in every definition of the word. Absolutely a boomer man. Okay. It's hard to pull off moves like that when you are chronically low health. Chronically low health. Yeah, show some love, but exactly. That's super freaking cool. Also, we managed to get to the Wanos, struggling so much to reach. Yeah, I think Whale's picking up what I'm putting down. I think Whale knows what's up here. Ooh, baby. This is nerve-wracking. Mercifully, a lot of folks are doing a really good job of getting us health, getting us some extra hearts, that kind of thing. I feel like I've contributed very little to that regard. Now, not from a lack of trying. I'm trying my darn doodliest. Ooh, I do have an empty slot. Ooh, I don't want that. Don't acid me, Big Daddy. Do not acid me. Oh, speaking of getting got. I'm pretty proud of myself. I've yet to die. It's only a matter of time. He's gonna acid himself. Fire potion. Luxium. Yo, hit me with that ambrosia. Yo, fuck, he broke a teleport potion.
I'm a normal person who can have a conversation.
Hey!
Well, I'm dumping a shuffle yes wand in there. If you could unshuffle it, that would be amazing. Would love that. In fact, here's two.
Jumper. Okay, so I think the song I'm thinking of is just called Jump.
A lot easier. You got any good shuffle yeses kicking around there, Super Hobbit? You wanna swap them around to?
I'm still early enough. I'm only in the second biome. I'm still early enough where any wand I find is not going to be sticking with me for terribly long.
The two green ones there, Wout. Yeah, Yeah, that's fair.
Hope to mind me, I'm putting out fire when I have fire immunity.
I mean, that's just the habit, right?
Just yeah, it's a force of habit.
That's why I don't even use fire immunity most of the time. Is because it's literally just like it's good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you just don't really need it if you're playing.
Yeah.
Thank you there, Wout.
It's a situation where I was like, well, none of the other perks really grab me, and also I am chronically averaging around 20 HP at all times, so every little bit counts, so I'll take it. We take those?
Yeah, that's understandable. Seb is asking, does anyone in chat know if the meat boss spawns in the same meat biome as Tiny? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the meat biome they spawn in is like up and to...
Did he kill me last time? Well, actually,
you go directly
yes, he did kill me.
The left-hand side of
he did kill me last time. He didn't end the run, but he did cause a death to happen.
Sure that's like
and I was pretty upsetty about that one too. That was a very not cool thing that he did, where he killed me.
It says fire immunity to me is a perk that opens up more opportunities. That's very true.
Yeah.
Defensive perks are also offensive perks in Noita, because they open up new aggressive options for you that you wouldn't normally have.
Not the worst thing.
So you can have
not the worst thing in the world.
Rich builds with that. Unfortunately, fire is one of the
so I should probably clarify. So this is Noita Together. This is normally Noita is a single player game. But this is kind of like a asynchronous co-op multiplayer kind of experience.
There were weaker.
And we have a shared health bar. Sort of. It's like we influence each other's health bars. We influence each other's maximum health. Whenever one of us dies, they get resurrected, but it chunks off everyone's max health by like 20%.
They should add some way to...
And if the health drops too low, it kills everyone.
That'd be pretty good.
And the run is like dead. So you can die and not be like dead. You're just dead for a little bit.
Make sure you've got
your game music if it drops too low, I think below 30, max HP drops below 30, then everyone is dead.
Which is the worst. Crit on fire.
That's a lot of deads.
Would be insane if it were consistent.
Damn it.
It would actually be so fucking broken. If you could apply like a fire stain the way you can apply a water stain.
Oh wow, that'd be dope.
Yeah, because do you know how like water projectile works, or the water material?
I suppose I don't. I guess I've never like experimented with it before.
So if you pair it with a projectile, like any projectile, like if you go double spell, spark bolt plus water material, what happens is it will give that water material stain to the spark bolt, and then whenever like a spark bolt lands, regardless of whether that enemy is stain immune or not, it will manually place the water stain debuff on them for like an X amount of time sort of thing. So you can bypass enemies that normally can't be stained and still get the critical hit damage.
Gotcha. Okay.
Spectacular.
Yeah, you'd want to like synergize that with like crit on water, that kind of thing.
Yeah, crit on wet. Get 5
that makes
times
sense.
damage for basically nothing.
I mean, it's a sweet deal to me, honestly.
Yeah. It doesn't get much better than that.
A little bit of lava. It's a little bit of lava, Stan.
Worm blood is telly juice and worms are hunting me. I'm playing a horror game. Quote is struggling. Oh my god. Yeah, we are struggling. I don't know about you, but I'm low on health.
Yeah, I'm like chronically at averaging like 20-30 HP.
Yeah, I gotta like speed run the
True
floor,
orbit.
which is never something that feels good. It's really dangerous because if you hit one dead end while enemies know where you are, you're just in a lot of trouble.
This is, I think, the second time I fired up the game with the beta branch, and it's a really cool feeling seeing a spell and going, what the heck is that? And not being like, oh, I know what this is. Like, you know, it's something that you're already familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing an icon and going, that's new.
It's
not a
always
feeling you
such a
have in this game all that often.
I mean, it's one of those things where I feel like the people who picked this game up after 1.0 have a completely different experience set from the people who played this game all the way through its development phase.
Oh, yeah.
Because for, like, me and, like, a lot of the people who jumped on early, we got to, like, experience things that nobody else can experience anymore because the game's done, to more or less. And, like, a good example of that is, like, everybody's like, oh, the quests are so obtuse. How are you supposed to figure them out? And the answer is, you had to be there early.
Yeah.
If you have done everything in Noita, and all of a sudden, a bunch of weird, very specific elements all appear in the world that you go and hunt down, you'll be able to put the pieces together.
Yep.
But like that's what the Sun Quest was. Like nobody.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it couldn't have been figured out pretty much any other way other than by like going into the code when it was first released. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like that, and it's almost like a lack of content made it so people could hone in more on the specific things going on in the world. It's definitely interesting.
There's always that sense of wonder that always impressed me, where you would see things like parallel worlds are a good example of that. I bet the first person that dipped into a parallel world was like, oh my god, like what is the barrier?
Larger, right?
Yeah. Like just that's a thing that you don't really get too often in video games nowadays. Just that idea of what's possible, or what isn't possible, rather.
What is the maximum?
Yeah.
Like if this exists, like where does it end?
Yeah.
You know?
Do you remember the time around, like, you know, early internet days? I don't know if you ever had this with your friends, but as like a kid, I remember playing like Mario 64, and the internet was, you know, was kind of a fledgling thing, but it wasn't like a regular enough thing where I could like look up walkthroughs, that kind of thing. So yeah, you know, you'd be playing the levels, and of course a lot of us, we were kids, we didn't really know what to expect. So it's like, oh cool, in the background of Wet Dry World, there is that really cool JPEG of a city. Yo, what if I can go there somehow? Wouldn't that be so cool? You know, it's absurd looking back, but back then you just didn't know what the rules were.
Yeah.
Didn't know what was allowed, what was acceptable.
Yeah.
I like that sense of scale.
Looking at games like that, they really didn't do that much. There was like the occasion. There's always just one game, right? There's one game that does something so outlandish, and it sets a precedent for all the others, where it's like, I can no longer trust common sense because anything can happen. And it's cool. Like that shit's super.
I should not let him throw him that sharp of an angle.
And that, I think, like, yeah, there's a couple games that do that, but it's less than I'm sure everyone would like.
Oh, I want that.
CC Stoner's buffering like crazy.
We got Rusa in the house. What's up, Rusa? This is a finished game. Yes, Noita by Nala Games.
Oh, rip.
That's all right. This was... I've been on the ropes for a minute. It was only a matter of time before I found another embarrassing spell, and I ended my own ass somehow.
Yeah, that's fine. GG, everyone. That was a good attempt.
GG's.
Commenting on old internet days. I got you there, ZZ.
This little fella.
We'll open up another one. Keep it going. Should we have kick on death on, chat, or should we just keep on goofing like we are? We could also have no respawn penalty, and just have it be extreme goofing. Let's do a quick poll and we can decide. So pick one. We could have just Alias and Super Hobbit. And then that'll be a permadeath run. If either of us die, we lose. We could have respawn.
Oh, God. No pressure.
Or penalty plus kick.
That's right, Rusa. I didn't realize you were from Finland. That's really cool.
Those are the options.
Yeah. Yeah, my understanding is... Actually, you probably know this already. If I go progress, like all these enemy names and spell names... Oh, maybe not spell names. But enemy names are Finnish words, which is pretty cool.
Oh man, so I don't know if you're keeping up to date with what's going on with Dunk.
Oh yeah.
He has deleted his backup and is starting fresh. So good luck. Good luck, sir. Oh.
I just hope he doesn't overdo it. You know, I mean, he's already overdoing it, but not overdoing it past what he's capable.
Yeah, whatever his limit is, I hope he stays within it. You know,
yeah.
One of those.
It's tricky because as we all get older, pulling off those Herculean feats does not get easier.
Oh yeah, it definitely gets harder every time.
Correct. That's when you. That's if you kill yourself accidentally.
Thank you, Cabby and Sky.
With a spell effect.
Playing. Thank you.
Like an accidental spell effect death.
I'll catch you next time. And yeah, have a good one. But yeah, as you were saying, like it's crazy to like do. Like, I remember the first 24-hour stream I did was the first Noita Summit. And, you know, I've never been able to do that again. Just nothing to that level. I can get, like, 16 hours, and then I'm like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna die. That's one thing that really impresses me about, like, Zytio is
oh my god.
There's some people who can just keep going. Like, Darren can just keep going, Zytio can keep going, and then Dunk, he just pulls that out every once in a while just to show he's got it, you know? It's crazy.
Other translations? I don't think there are, actually. I think you have to look them up manually. Because, yeah, I don't know what these words mean.
Make sure you vote in the poll chat for which one you would like to see. Right now, people are voting for penalty plus kick.
Yeah, staying up for 24 hours... and talking and playing a game and being concentrating. Oof.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is a lot, yeah.
No real life job or a shift based job does that. I disagree. This is my job and it's still hard.
Sure.
It's still
absolutely
really hard to do that. It's a tricky thing. Okay, we're gonna have kick on death on. Weak. Yeah, maybe I am just weak. That's true, Wito.
I used to do the 24-hour extra life charity marathons every year. I still do like kind of smaller marathons, but I don't do single sitting 24-hour anymore because I think it was 3 years ago I developed polyps on my vocal cords, on my larynx.
Oh my god.
From overusing your voice, you know, it's the kind of thing that people that, you know, if you use your voice too much and don't get proper rest, that kind of thing, it can develop. It wasn't painful; it was just uncomfortable. Yeah. And I was able to get it fixed. It was but I had surgery to get the polyps removed.
That's
it was an outpatient thing. They did have to put me under, but there was no incision. They just knocked my ass out and went down my thrusty with the micro laser.
Of course, as one does.
As one does. Got to deep throat a laser. It did not... Actually, no, the joke was I deep throated a laser and it did not call me back the next day. Actually, it did call me back the next day because they call like as a follow-up to see how you're doing. Only downside is that...
If you don't say anything back, they know.
Well, that's the thing. I had to be on vocal rest for a week. No talking at all for a week. So I told them, it's like, well, this is before I was married. I was like, I live alone, so it's going to be a little weird.
Just like whisper.
Hell, no, actually, fun fact, I learned this. Whispering is harsher on the vocal cords than just, like, talking quietly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's harder on the larynx to whisper. So, yeah, if you need to, like, talk quietly and you want to make sure you're being restful. What my speech pathologist say? She said it's good vocal hygiene to speak with a low tone and, like, you know, kind of quiet it down and not whisper. Same thing with if you ever ahem, if you ever like ahem to like clear your throat. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. just try to do like kind of a low. Ideally drink water. Actually, drink water is the best way to do it.
I drink lots of water, but these are good tips.
Yeah, vocal hygiene, baby. That can save you an unpleasant surgery.
For sure. Fastiel says, does Fire Trail not circumvent stain immunity? It does circumvent stain immunity. But it doesn't circumvent fire immunity, which is everywhere. Like, literally half of the enemies in Noita are fire immune. Which is definitely a bit of a thing. Well, I need you to ready up your stuff, my guy. You need to hit the button. You need to get the fresh seed so I can hit start run.
Funky fresh.
You got that old seed. There you go. Perfect. All right, we're sending it. Good luck, everybody. No, it's fine there, Woat. No problemo. But yeah, I don't know what time you want to do the what you call it, the
Dungeon Survivors, yeah.
Dungeon Survivor. But I was thinking we go for like a good like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
I wanted to do some PvP as well. I don't know if you've got that downloaded. Have you tried it?
I don't think I have it downloaded, nor have I tried it.
Okay, well I will teach you how to do that, and that'll be a great little tutorial for everyone.
Sure.
And yeah, basically it's how can I explain it? So you know Duck Game?
Yes.
Okay, imagine Duck Game, but in between every fight phase, there's a build phase.
Oh.
Yeah. So you gotta fight, and then you gotta build, and then you gotta fight, and you gotta build, and so on. Mm-hmm. And there's like the gear scales up as you go, because that's how Noita works. And yeah, it's just brilliant. It's fucking impressive.
Awesome.
And, like I'm very surprised the devs haven't like just put it in as like a main part of the video game yet.
Yeah, seriously.
Because it's just magic. It's literally magic. I don't know how it works. I don't even know if Evasia fully knows how it works. And she's the one who made it.
I was gonna say, you mentioned Evasia earlier, and like, yeah, Evasia is one of those modders where it's like, oh, Evasia made this. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. I don't even have to look.
Yeah, it's always something. Speaking of Evasion mods, I don't know if I finished talking about the other one that I really wanted to check out, and I think you might want to check out as well. There is a personal seed mod that she made that's based off of your Steam.
Oh my god.
Your Steam ID. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, so it's like a special little world that's just for you, and I don't know, it's just fucking sick. Like, how cool is that? Every copy of Noita is personalized.
I was gonna say, you beat me to it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see what my
That's
world
awesome.
Like. I'm gonna do that sometime soon. Do like a personal world tour or something.
Yeah.
Noita is personal. Yeah, something like that. Oh, by the way, have you been playing any like weird games or janky games lately?
That's a good question. Probably not in a hot minute. Have I done anything like particularly weird or janky? Well, actually, hold on. What was I doing the other night? Oh, what am I thinking? Of course. I just played Fight Crab 2.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude,
I just played Fight Crab 2. How could I forget about Fight Crab 2? It was just last night. That game, well, the thing is, it's in early access. Yeah. So that's, you know, I feel like that's cheating a little bit.
Is it more of a fighting game, or is it more of a, like a, what genre would you put it in? I would
say fighting game is, okay. If I were forced to shoehorn it into a genre, fighting game is the closest I could think of.
Okay.
Like it's like a fighting physics extravaganza.
That's fun.
And there is no shortage of crab.
I can imagine. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit more of that stuff lately.
Whoa! That's White Flare. What's up, White Flare?
Ooh, I got a
Thank you, bud. 19 months. Oh my god.
So how's Fight Crab? Tell me about it.
Well, what I usually tell people is that the first game is probably what I'd recommend people start, just because, again, the second one is still in early access. But if you play the first one,
from the first one, like, right, you're gonna miss out on all the crab lore.
The crab lore is something to appreciate for sure. Mm-hmm. There is some continuity between the games that kind of surprised me when I was playing it last night. But
awesome.
It is one of those games where you kind of have to like fight the urge to pause the game every so often and just kind of sit back and marvel at what is happening on screen, where a crab holding a shotgun and a lightsaber is riding a tractor trying to fight a lobster that is holding a pickaxe and a I don't know, a spanking paddle thing. I don't know. It's there's just moments where you're thinking to yourself like, what am I doing with my life? Where I'm spending my free time playing this.
Like one of those amalgam situations.
Yeah, it's very silly. The controls are like they're a little slippery. But a game like that, you're really not supposed to you're not really supposed to have a fine control over what you're doing, because it kind of ruins the fun if you're able to control things properly. It's very silly.
I kind of want to see what high level play of that game looks like now. Like,
yeah, it's very good. Fight Crab 1 is awesome, and 2 is more fight and somehow also more crab.
That's awesome.
And yeah, when it's out of early access, I bet it's gonna be even better.
Well, if I end up getting a hold of it, we'll have to do some matches.
Yes, and yes, there is online PvP.
Nice.
So there's a career mode, there's PvP, there's challenges.
Fight Crab tournament.
Fight Crab, yeah, it's sweet.
Just turn it into an esport.
Oh please, catch me at Evo with Fight Crab, please.
Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
How about yourself? I know you were doing a you were playing a couple of some kind of oddball selections not too long ago, which I appreciated.
Yeah, I've been playing all sorts of like weird stuff. So one of the things that I've been doing and that I want to like continue doing actually is free like once a week I just grab a bunch of free games. Like we just go on to Steam together. On turn on the 18+ filter so it's not like 50% hentai games. And then we just pick some random free-to-play games, and some of them are multiplayer, some of them are single player, and we just goof around, and it's sick. It's really cool.
There's a couple homies that do something similar on itch.io, which is, you know, the ultimate Wild West of, yes, probably some hentai, but also some weird but usually creative things. I mean, the hentai can be creative too. I'm not gonna exclude things.
Yeah, well, as long as it's like, I don't know what I can stream.
yes, that's what it comes down to.
I don't know if I can stream most hentai games, Drive.
Yes.
That's the problem. Like, if there's a censor mode for, like, one of the Crush games or whatever.
Right.
That's more of a phone game. Clearly designed it with one hand in mind. Let's see.
Oh.
Your boy Brawler saying, did you know that the Tabulous Magdalena is a...
Thank you, White Flare, for that resub, by the way, bud. Very generous. 19 months, by the way.
That's actually so friggin' cool. I love that.
It's a long time, bud.
Very cool little did you know.
White Flare says, hey, I'm feeling called out. It's called hentai, and it's art. I do appreciate you popping in, bud. I would never speak ill of this art form, alright? It is just as valid as anything else that people get off to. And or appreciate for the plot.
Good.
It's all valid, man.
This time. That's good news.
We're holding it together.
Yeah.
We're holding it together. I'm trying to do my part by also holding it together.
Oh, Endo's here. Welcome on in, Endo. Welcome. We are doing some Noita Together. What makes sense, Drive? That it was originally that the Crush was originally a congregate game. Chance just talking about degenerate shit now. It's just
so you mentioned hentai more than once in like a 5-minute span. It's gonna activate
over,
people.
Yeah, I guess neuron activation. All right, grab one of these. Nice, JT. It's a good call. Yeah, it's been a long time for me, too. Probably not as long as you, but it's one of those things.
I'll confess, actually, yes. I've never heard of Crush.
We're going to be playing Dungeon Survivor later today. And, yeah, it's got a cool look to it. I bet you're going to be interested, because it's definitely... at first I thought of I thought of Scholar, even though they mentioned initially Tiny Rogues.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's like an influence.
Well, they're like, oh yeah, we see you play Tiny Rogues, so we're gonna.
Oh, when they reach out to you, right?
Yeah, Exactly. Woat, rest in peace. Thank you for gaming with us. I really appreciate you jumping in and woting up the chat. Everybody appreciates that. We'll see you again soon, okay?
It's always a party when Woat's in some kind of Noita channel, Noita stream.
Hell yeah.
And the chaotic energy he brings, I always appreciate it. I also kind of fear it.
He really livens up the place. It's great.
Yeah, it's always I'm always like, I'll always be like, wow, he just said that in that chat, huh? He just said those words in that order and made a sentence out of it.
He's also been getting like increasingly good at like figuring out what vibe to bring to what.
Yeah. It's a good skill to have. I'm legit. No shit talk. All shit talk aside, I'm legit impressed by how he's able to kind of like to insert his personality into the community, into the chat, and like, but still like not cross any ban-worthy lines. Even though Dunk probably has thought about it. He just like caresses the ban button. Just like, I can make it all go away. Especially now when he's been up for like 20 hours straight.
Oh man. Dude, I can't imagine what is going through his brain right now.
Yeah.
I was like just watching his body movement earlier without the sound on, and he was it was like a shadow of him just like
right.
his hands around. And I'm just like, oh my god, man.
The silhouette, yeah.
He's on the edge. He's on the goddamn
Poor guy.
precipice right now. But yeah, I'm hoping he makes it through in one piece and enjoys himself doing it, and this isn't like the great burnout of 2024.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, 2,000 wins, that's not that much if you're like speedrunning the game all the time. Like there's lots of, I mean, you know, Fury, me, the Bonfire, Da even, lots of those, lots of the Noita gamers speedrun, so they have like thousands and thousands of wins, but like they're like 5 minutes a pop. With Dunk, he's taking his sweet times. Every single one of those swings is quite precious. It's one of those things. Band percent speedrun, let's go. For which channel? Drive. Because some of those would be easier than others. I'm certain of that.
Wifeless says, oh, somewhere else has the good stuff. All right.
Go into a chat and say, or what's that one game where it like a feuding couple invites you into their house? Facade.
Oh, Facade, yes.
If you just said the word melon, you'd just get kicked out.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like that in some stream channels. Just one wrong subject and you're out.
That's exactly it. Woat somehow knows how to straddle that line without saying melon and getting deleted forever.
Yep. A dunk win under 1 hour is fairly rare. Yeah, I think I've convinced him to do like 1 or 2 power hours ever. But like his Twitch integration runs are fast. Like it's not like Dunk can't go fast. He just doesn't go fast because he'd rather focus on chat.
Yeah, understandable. I remember back in the kind of early YouTube days where Let's Plays, like video commentary Let's Plays, were like kind of the new hotness. This was before live streaming, obviously. And there was this kind of weird meta that formed for a while there where people would play a game that they hated and like just be miserable the whole time and just complain the whole time.
Right.
And I'm glad it didn't stick around. I mean, I guess it's probably like there's probably a niche audience for it still.
There's a little bit of hate gaming still, I'm sure.
Yeah. I remember thinking to myself, like, man, I hope this doesn't stick around, because, like, you know, if I wanted to like watch someone be miserable, I probably wouldn't look for like a YouTube, like a video game thing. I don't know. It's like it seems like a weird thing to seek out.
Yeah, it's really strange. I mean, there's like extensions of that still exist, where it's like you look at how Mr. Beast got his start. You look at like freaking Small Ant eating a full glass of water with chopsticks. Like that sort of shit, like, or like Mr. Beast like counting to 1 million in a sitting, and like dumb shit. Well, I think he counted like, I don't know what he counted to, like 10,000. I don't know. That was.
I've actually never heard of that one or either of these things.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's like just self-torture that just goes on YouTube for sure, and that's just like content for some reason.
Sure.
But yeah, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't spark joy to me. But like, I guess just to see it done is interesting somehow.
Yeah, as like a challenge, I could see that.
It's a feat, I guess, right?
Although I guess in that sense, if like what I'm hoping, like the Mr. Beast video, using that as an example, what I'm hoping he did is he didn't just upload. I don't know, how high he counted, but I'm hoping he didn't just upload like a 17-hour long video to YouTube and it's like, yo, watch me count to 10 million while I, you know, and here's a pog face in the thumbnail.
I'm sure that's what he did, yeah.
Oh, it really was a 17, because what I was hoping is that it's going to be like a highlight reel. Like here's the greatest hits of me counting to 1 million.
Nope, he just
wow.
I mean,
he went for it.
It was an earlier time in YouTube, right? Like, you got to keep in mind that like he wasn't instantly a millionaire. He didn't start off rich.
Right.
He got rich by manipulating the algorithm. Do we have any black holes? We don't have.
So I was thinking, like, yeah, if you're watching someone complete a challenge, that sounds a little bit like less rough than like, oh god, here's part 47 of my let's play, and it's a game that makes me miserable. Also, Wydrick.
I just watched Wydrick disappear before my eyes.
Oh no! He was so young.
Oh no! And then there were 3. Well, on the bright side, it should be pretty easy peasy. And after this run, we can go and do some PvP.
Sure.
Because I'm pretty sure this one's a guarantee at this point.
I think a strangely hard time navigating with just bombs and no other digging potential. The coal pits. Like, trying to kind of find my way.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I'm fighting for my life. Oh my god. Did I actually enable the kick? I did. I can show it off in a second just to verify.
Good news is 84 hit points. I'm gonna have to double check my numbers on this, but I think 84 hit points is actually more than 30 hit points.
Yeah. That's...
So I feel so confident right now.
Whoa, that sucks super hard. I don't know what part of Twitch is sucking butts for you, but one thing you could do is you watch on the YouTube side and then just have the Twitch chat open. I've been recommending that a bit more recently because I realized that YouTube does have more consistent
that was a risk
a lot of the time, which is weird, but it
wasn't opening on its own.
So
I was shooting
that's a decent option. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, apparently Twitch is losing money, but I don't know. I don't know how. Like, I guess I'm just dumb, and I don't understand it.
I think the idea is that Twitch hasn't really been profitable in a while.
Yeah.
Is video encoding so expensive?
Why don't they try to, like, find a better way of video encoding?
Just download more RAM.
What do you think the answer is? Because I think everybody should be able to stream. Would you be willing to pay to stream on Twitch?
I guess it would depend. It would depend on what if it was like the Twitch experience as it is right now with no other changes. I don't know. I mean, it is still the streaming platform.
Let's say if we were to go back in time before there were any other streaming platforms, and we're thinking about streaming for the first time, would you go for it? Like, let's say it's a subscriber cost. It costs $5 a month to stream on Twitch. Are you doing it? Are you sending it?
And in this scenario, it's like before it like we thinking like the Justin TV days.
Yeah, so this is like Justin TV's transitioned to Twitch, and they're like, hey, we're really struggling. We need a little bit of extra money, and this is like probably the best way we can go forward.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing, because by that point I guess if Twitch was the only thing, yeah, I'd try it for like a month or two probably.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd try it for like a month or two if Twitch was, because yeah, by that point your options were Justin TV/Twitch, or I guess there was a couple flooding services like maybe Ustream, maybe a few others, but yeah, if it was clear that like, okay, we're on the like precipice of live streaming starting to become kind of a focal point, then yeah, it's you know, as a chance to kind of like try my hand at it, but not feel like I'm like it's like a full commit. I think like $5 for 1 month. It's enough to get my feet wet.
Yeah, I definitely try it out, but like I don't know. Like the thing is I think if every single person who's streaming paid $5, I don't think that would solve Twitch's problems. You know?
It's a good question, yeah.
Because like sure, encoding is expensive, but like the problem is that there's a lot of people streaming, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of people, and you know, some of those people make a lot of money for Twitch. You know, partners, obviously.
And those are the people who get like super juiced up, right? Like they just that's how the discoverability on Twitch works. Is they just try to make super streamers. They don't care about medium or small size streamers at all.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they don't really have a reason to. So yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of how it goes. That's show business, baby.
They don't really have an incentive. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, then there's I'm not sure what the numbers look like right now, but I know there's you know, there's the percentage that is not affiliated or partnered, and there's a lot of them, and they lose money. They cause Twitch to lose money, obviously.
Yeah. It's really weird because you want more people to like grow and like get big, because that does like eventually it should be theoretically drawing more people to the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're like they've got a big YouTube channel and they're also
right.
Like streaming, right? Like that sort of thing. If they reduce the amount of available stream qualities, it would probably help. Maybe, but the problem with reducing stream qualities, like let's say I only was able to stream in my top quality, which is like
that's what I needed, man. I needed teleportation.
The people who can't watch at 720p because that's too high of a quality literally just can't watch the streaming, which would suck. So I don't know if that's the solution. It's tough. Oh yeah, and it would technically be paying to work. But
yeah.
Also, on top of that, it would be, you know, you could count it as an opportunity cost there, and like hobbies cost money. Hobbies
sure.
cost money. Like you could go the other way with it. I'm not saying that's what Twitch should start doing. I'm just trying to like theory craft, like what angle do they take to try and circumvent the issue? Because I think at this point they are going to just like keep bleeding people to other companies, and either Amazon is just gonna cut them loose or shut them down, and then what, right?
Guess that's the question too. Yeah, at one point, is it if it's being unprofitable year after year, is it within an acceptability range that Amazon's able to eat it, or is it starting to hit a point of no return?
Organs, potentially.
Yeah. I could be wrong.
I'm hoping I'm not bringing down the mood. I just think it's interesting.
It is, yeah. That's relevant.
JT, no! All right, it's just you and me now.
No pressure. I'm like struggling. I'm trying so hard to get to the Mushroom Kingdom, but
oh, okay.
Like no digging has been rough, but I did find a gunpowder potion, so right. I'm kind of like doing some impromptu digging with that bad boy.
Nice. I've got a really strong wand, and I've only got the one though.
I've got a searing hot chain lightning that is singularly carrying me in the coal pits right now.
Oh yeah, chain bolt is amazing.
Or chain bolt, yeah.
Weecho says, I still think we should all return to pay P2P and everyone having their own little websites. That shit's so
I mean...
Dude, where's the discovery, though? Like, think about how shit Google is at like, advertising a website now. Peer-to-peer, yeah. I think the answer lies in optimizing the delivery cost. If you put the burden on the content creators, then you'll see a mass exodus. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I don't know. It's weird. I definitely think like streaming kind of hangs in the balance these days. Like I adore streaming, and I don't know what the hell I do other than this, other than maybe YouTube. But I don't really like editing, and I don't really get much out of it.
Ooh, yeah,
like,
it's a grind.
I like making shit and just being a person and talking and hanging out with people. Like that's what I like. But it's hard. It's one of those things where I don't know what happens when Twitch fails or if it fails. But it's definitely interesting to think about.
Sure. And it's good to like, consider these things because it'd be crappy to be caught completely blindsided like, some people did with Mixer. There were some folks that were like, oh, well, I kind of hedged my bets on this thing and crap.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be doing the latest arena on the Rat channel there, Wydrick, so make sure you're up to date on that. Anybody who wants to jump in.
If folks are wanting to do since just the two of us now, if folks we're kind of getting in the mood of doing the PvP stuff, we could jump to that now. I don't want to like be holding things up.
Oh no, it's
all
fine.
Just by myself.
No, we're doing good. You and me, we're crushing it. My plan right now is I'm just gonna get you really strong, and I'm really strong. So like once we are both strong, we're just gonna walk to the ending, and we're gonna be
easy peasy. See, I've been struggling so bad just to get to the fungal cavern so I can get like a chance of getting some good stuff. Yeah. I just got it, but it's like, oh, this was a struggle.
Just stay alive. You'll be good. And Endo says hi, and he hearts you.
I heart you too, Endo. Always a good time when Endo's here.
Oh yeah. We've been doing lots of Helldivers too.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Have you played that game yet? I don't know.
Oh, I loved the first one. I've yet to play the second one, but I loved the first one.
That's crazy. I've yet to meet anyone who's played the first one.
In a frustrating way, me too. Actually, I mean, I play with my friends a lot back in the day, but I remember thinking this game is really cool, and it's kind of a shame that it didn't really catch on. Same developers as Magicka, another one of my favorite games. It's just one of those that didn't really catch. Yeah, I love Magicka. Same devs.
Dude, Wizard War. I don't know if you ever played Magicka Wizard Wars.
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh, I remember that bad boy.
I was a beast.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, did you know that there's like a private server and the best player is also named Alias? They go by Alias 1. They've dropped in here a couple times.
It's weird because you made a reference to something Wizard Wars the other day, and I was like, oh, he doesn't mean that one. It's probably like a new game. Like I didn't really think about it. Turns out you really did mean the Magicka game. That's wild to me.
Yeah, no, Wizard Wars is...
Or Wizard Worlds, yeah.
There's some games that just live rent-free in my head, and that's one of them.
Understandable.
Such a good game. And then there was the pay-to-win shitters who would like...
Yeah.
Play, like the freeze costume plus the gun, and they just freeze you and then shoot you from across the map.
Jesus.
just instantly kill you.
I'll admit I didn't stick with it very long. I think it was because general shittery was being detected, and I was like,
The game is really hard, but
yes.
The best set is literally pretty much the base set, because if you're good, it's just fast fingers. That's it. You're playing a fighting game.
Yeah, Yeah, I think it's a pretty good summary for it.
Yeah, but it was also like a brilliant take on the MOBA kind of space as well.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Like it had like the dual stuff going on, and it had like there was no minions, there was none of that bullshit, but it was like arena, that like you did, or search and domination like from Call of Duty, that sort of thing. It was fun. Maine, welcome on in. You're too late for the Noita co-op, but you're in time for the Noita PvP. If you type in !Noita Arena or Noita Online, you'll be able to get in on that.
PvP is kind of like co-op.
Yeah,
it's the opposite direction.
What do you mean too late for co-op? We're doing co-op right now. That's what I mean. How you feeling for like wand power?
Yeah, the wand. I've not really been finding a lot of wands is the problem. So yeah, wand power is pretty lacking, as well as spell diversity. I'm kind of lacking in a lot of aspects of my Noita performance tonight. But
that's fine. You're the last one alive, so like I wouldn't worry too much.
It's all relative, honestly.
Exactly. You've done something right to make it this far.
Make it this far. Or I like played slow enough, and I'm getting to the parts where other people are struggling. Because this Mushroom Kingdom is kind of a spicy place right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kill dragon, and then I'll give you a wand. Okay.
Ooh. Not gonna say no.
I've got short range homing that I'm like throwing in there, and
oh baby.
Like I'm gonna give up this extra mana, even though I really want it.
Like, I'm just trying to find really anything of worth in the fungal caverns. The lack of digging has really been hecking me over. As you know, starting with bombs and finding nothing, doing me no favors.
Yeah, it do be like that sometimes.
It do be.
I'm using the stuck method to dig.
Well, like I said, I did actually manage to find a gunpowder potion, which was more clutch than I was expecting it to be. Now, you were actually the first ones. You're the first one to proselytize to me the good news of a gunpowder potion.
Yeah.
I remember being like, I don't know, and you were like digging, and I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, it also is good for trick kills on the first floor.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
There's the odd enemy who is like explosive resistant to it, but most of the enemies just die in like one hit to it, which is really funny.
That is actually kind of awesome.
It requires some learning to aim, though.
Sure.
Wydrick found a single digging plasma and nothing to put on it, so it doesn't kill me on every turn.
Oh, more Giga Saw Blades. Perfect. That's what I needed.
Oh yeah, there you go. Now you're cooking.
Now we're gaming, baby.
Using stuck protection to dig is devious. You gotta do what you gotta do when you're on a weakish run, you know? Oh my god. I got a special friend. Leggy Mimic showed up.
Never skip leg day. I guess every day is leg day when you're a leg mimic.
It's true. I don't think you'd ever skip it. It's just your life.
There's not an option.
Can you have two Noita avatars like that? What do you mean? The Noita PvP.
That's not a bad one.
There are like
stat-wise, it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean Noita. This has multiple
Jesus.
avatars too. It's just that we're in very different places.
Oh. I think I cut my losses.
Alchemicus is so tempted to hit the something really
too
good
scary. It's too spicy in here. Once
perk.
Once RoboCop shows up, we call it.
The worst perk in the game.
He's up there.
Actually, not the worst perk in the game.
He's up there. I don't think I want to. I think I want to challenge that.
There's definitely worse perks.
If I'm taking the ball and going home when it comes to the mushroom zone. This place is an unkind place, but that's okay. I did find a couple things that I can potentially work with here.
That's good.
It was not a loss.
A very large wand. Yeah, we'd see each other. But we wouldn't like be able to kill each other's enemies or anything. We're just like snail mailing each other interdimensionally.
Instantaneous interdimensional snail mail. Oh, that was awkward.
Exactly.
Oh, that's awkward. Okay.
So don't take that mana wand, because I've got. I'm gonna take the, or don't take the mana in the fridge. I'm gonna.
Oh, okay.
What? Did you die?
I did get got. Yeah,
No!
I had a really. It's a really odd moment. I got zapped by a telemage as I was going through the portal. So I landed into the portal, and then got teleported unknowingly into the ice caverns, and then, oh man, it was curtains after that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It was like as I was just free falling into the portal, I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Telemage just sniped me. I was impressed.
Yeah, it do be like that. That's unfortunate. Oh my god.
That's okay.
All right.
Oh.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna just speed run to the finish line.
Yep.
Because I've got unlimited spells and very, very good ones at that.
I'm gonna take a quick BRB and go check on Doggy. So I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Good.